Hello, Renee Flamont here. Today we're going to start out with a little required viewing. I posted over the weekend under 5 minute clip. I want you to go watch it. We're going to talk about that today, and it demonstrates everything we always talk about, or a lot of what we discuss. And it really punctuates how a person can do the turnabout, the 180. The 180 that she plays on this guide. She turns it around. And the clip is, he suspects her of doing something. She did do the thing, and she's gaslighting him, making him think that she didn't do the thing. And in 5 minutes, she has him begging for her forgiveness, promising to do anything for her so she doesn't leave him. And she did the thing. She's lying right through her teeth. And I want to make sure that people understand this. It is very, very much required viewing for this video. You won't believe, because you're going to think of your own situation and how much, like, she swears on the Bible, this girl, in this clip. Now, this takes place in 18th century England. That was a big deal. Well, it is now too, but I mean, that is her ultimate, I'm telling you the truth, I've never slept with this person. Swear it on the Bible? Now, I don't even like to say these words out loud, but I've already talked to God and told him that I am going to quote my ex-narcissist directly, and that it's just a quote, and I'm not trying to put that energy out into the world. He used to say, "May my kids die of cancer." Can you imagine? I don't care what you believe. That is not a thought you should have, let alone voice it and put it out there and swear that you're not lying. May my kids... Can you imagine? And he would say, "I swear on my mother's life." Swore on his mother's life. Now, his mother was alive, but does she know that he's lying and swearing on her life? And this is an Italian Catholic person who had a shrine set up for the dead relatives with the holy water and the palms and the whole thing in the morning. And he'd swear on his mother's life, and he'd say, "May my kids..." Can you imagine? So I don't care what your narcissist is saying to you. They could be lying. And the more you don't believe them, they're going to go harder, go home, go bigger, go home. Is that what it is? They're going to say everything they can to make you think that they're telling the truth. Because I look at that and think, I would never say those things. I would never say those things, first of all. But swear on the Bible? Oh, yeah, we used to say that as kids. Swear on the Bible. Oh, I swear to God is what we would say. Swear to God. I swear to God. I think the Kardashians say Bible. And it's like, that's when you know they're telling the truth. They're not exaggerating. They're not embellishing. Swear to God this happened. You've probably heard me say swear to God. It's like in you. But this girl does that. Okay, so there's that. They tell you you're crazy for thinking what you're thinking. How many of people? That's the gaslighting. She does that to him. And then she proceeds to be upset. How many times has this happened? And insulted that, to the point that she now adapts the victim role. We're leaving because she's so upset that he thinks this way, which is the truth, by the way. But she won't admit it for as long. No. She'll say anything to make him believe her. And when it comes to the point that they're doing that, now that guy's begging her for forgiveness. Please don't leave. I'll do anything. I'll stop questioning you. I'll never doubt you again. He'll promise anything at that point. He'll promise anything. He's crying. She's got him begging for forgiveness, yet he is the injured party. He doesn't know he's the injured party because she won't tell him the truth. But he knows. And we as the audience know the truth. So we're watching the character gaslight him, but it's a very real thing that has happened to many of us. And she turns the whole thing around. It starts as he's saying, "Is that really my son? Do you still love this guy?" And she turns it around to, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this. We're leaving, her and her son. They're leaving the house. No, please don't go, he says. He never got his truth. And you know, this is the funny thing about the turnabout. I don't think he really wants the truth. I mean, you want it, but the truth never makes anyone feel better if it's an ugly truth, right? You want the truth. You want the truth. This guy's dying to know. Does he really? So now he's promised her he's going to go forward and never ask again. She got what she wanted. He did suspect it. She was needling him to find out, does he suspect that? Is that what he's suspecting? Because she's not sure. He's been cold. So she finds out, sure enough, yes, that's what he's suspecting. She makes him say it. She manipulates him into admitting that that's what he's thinking, and then denies it even though it's true, and then calls him crazy and insulting for having thought that, turns herself into the victim, is going to leave the house. It's remarkable when you think about the turnabout. It's remarkable when you think about the turnabout and how they can twist and turn you with manipulation right down the lane they want you to go. And when I was watching this last night, I was texting my daughter and I'm like, I got to stop everything and make a clip. It illustrates so much of what we discuss. Now, don't get me wrong. If you watch Poldark is what the clip is from. You don't like the male character at all. I dislike both characters, but the actors who play them do a phenomenal job. But you want to punch the male one in the face the whole time. Even the way he holds his face. He has a perfect smug look the entire, every episode. I bet the actor in an interview, I would like to see what he's like in an interview. He's probably different completely. But he embodies this character. Remember like Joffrey in Game of Thrones? There's always a villain, right? Well, this cat is a villain. But in this scene, he becomes begging for forgiveness, and the audacity of her, the capacity for her audacity, like I said that before, is astonishing, because she ends up saying, I forgive you. She's forgiving him. He's begging forgiveness for being out of line and questioning if she's cheating or if she cheated. How many times has this kind of thing happened to any one of us? I'm sorry, I'll never mention it again. Why do we do that? Trust your instincts, you guys. Trust your instincts. Don't let anybody gaslight you into a truth that they want you to believe. Even if that truth is easier for you to accept, which in this case, it's easier for this guy to accept the non-truth than it would be for him to accept the truth, which is what the audience suspects, which is his son is not his, and is the guy that she slept on him with. Right? She will swear on the Bible. They will do anything, you guys. They will do it. Threatened to leave, she did. Appealed to his sense of person by telling him what kind of, love is that, jealousy and all this, you're twisted up, or whatever word she says. I'm telling you guys, go watch that clip and keep an eye on this, and don't allow them to do the turnabout. It very most definitely, that doesn't make any sense, very most definitely can't be in the same series, but I did say it, so there it is. Go watch that clip. It'll be, and I narrate it the whole time, of course, not the whole time because I want you to hear it, but oh yeah, it's a good one, you guys. Beware of the turnabout. Do not let them, look, thought I was done. Don't let them gaslight you and tell you you're crazy for thinking it, and you're insulting their intelligence. Oh, you're going to call me a liar? Like, stop. If you know something, now, in this case, the audience knows it's true. It's just in the guy's heart. He doesn't have receipts like the kids say. He doesn't. But I think he's got enough information, circumstantial to make the assessment. And in his heart, he knows it. How do you know the difference between that and if you're being paranoid and checking for receipts? That's a very personal thing, isn't it? It is. Because this guy could be he could have been paranoid. She could be telling the truth. But we as the audience knows that she's not telling the truth. And it just made me think of all of us that have been there before. And if you've ever been gaslighted before into thinking you're crazy because you suspected something and then you ended up on the other end of it and begging for forgiveness from them, don't ever do it again.